Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Hi, welcome to Introduction to German. My name is Alicia, and I'm joined by...
Hi everyone, I'm Jenny.
In this lesson, you'll learn the basics of German grammar. Word order refers to the order in which words are structured to form a sentence in a given language. Consider the English sentence, I ate an apple. But first, let's remove the article an here for simplicity, so we're just left with I ate apple. The basic word order for English is subject, verb, object, or SVO for short. If we break down the English sentence, I ate apple, we can see that the subject I is presented first, followed by the verb ate, and then finally the object apple is positioned last. This is the basic word order for sentences in English.
Now let's compare that same sentence, I ate an apple, in German. Ich esse einen Apfel. Like before, let's remove the article to keep it simple, so we're just left with the words. If we break down the German sentence, we get the subject ich, meaning I. Then comes the verb esse, meaning eat. And finally we have the object Apfel, meaning apple. Ich esse Apfel. The basic word order for German then is subject, verb, object, or SVO for short.
As you can see, English and German both have the same word order. This essentially means that you can create basic German sentences by exchanging English words for German words.
This isn't perfect, but it's a good place to get you started. Understanding basic word order will allow you to string together the few German words you've learned to create basic sentences and to start communicating in German.
In the previous section, you learned that English and German both use the same SVO word order. Let's study this aspect in a little more detail. First, let's take a look at an example in English. She sees the boy every day. We can clearly see the SVO word structure used in English, even with the adverb attached at the very end there. But what if we were to try and change the word order of this sentence? Let's swap the object and the subject around. Now we get, the boy sees she every day. As you can see, rearranging the word order of an English sentence actually changes the meaning of the sentence itself.
The word order of German, on the other hand, is much more flexible than English. While German does follow an SVO word order like English, it's much less rigid, allowing us to move elements of the sentence around. Sie sieht den Jungen jeden Tag. Den Jungen sieht sie jeden Tag.
As you can see, swapping the object and the subject around in German doesn't change the core meaning of the sentence itself.
Jeden Tag sieht sie den Jungen. In fact, all parts of the sentence can be rearranged, except the verb. As long as the verb is the second element in the sentence, you can generally rearrange the sentence however you wish.
We've talked about basic sentences in English and German, but what if you wanted to give more detail to a sentence? Consider the following English sentence. I like apples because they taste good. Notice how there are two parts to this sentence. I like apples and because they taste good. We call the first part of this sentence the main clause and the second part of this sentence the dependent clause because it depends on the first part to make sense. If we break down the two parts, we can see that English sticks to the SVO word order once again.
Now, let's compare the same sentence in German. Ich mag Äpfel, weil sie gut schmecken. The main clause has the verb as the second element, so this is fine. The dependent clause, however, has the verb as the final element in the sentence, not as the second element.
So in fact, German sentences will always have the verb as the second element, but if there's a dependent clause, the verb in that clause will always be moved to the final position.
Ich mag Äpfel, weil sie gut schmecken. Negating basic sentences in German is easy compared to English. Simply add nicht, which means not, at the end of a German sentence. Ich schlafe. Ich schlafe nicht.
If you want to show that you have zero sum of something,
you would add kein, which can be translated to no, depending on the sentence. Ich habe kein Geld. Ich habe keine Energie.
This is a simplified way to negate basic sentences in German.
Formulating questions in German is also easy. Simply swap the verb and the subject to make a sentence into a question. Sie ist hier. Ist sie hier? Sie isst Äpfel. Isst sie Äpfel?
Just a quick swap makes this a question. Well done! We've covered a lot of things in this lesson, so let's recap on what we've learned. In this lesson, you learned that the same word order as English can be used in German. German word order can be rearranged any which way, so long as the verb is the second element in the sentence. If there are dependent clauses, then the verb in that clause will appear at the end of the sentence. Simply add the word for not at the end of a sentence to make it negative. And to formulate a question, simply swap the subject and verb around. We've covered only the very basics of German grammar. If you're interested in learning more, check out our German in 3 Minutes video series. In that course, we teach you useful phrases while covering the fundamentals of German grammar, and each lesson is only 3 minutes long. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
Bye!
Hi everybody, Anja here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common German questions. The question for this lesson is, how do I say that something's great in German? There are two main ways to express that something's great in German. These two words are toll and groß. Toll just means great. You can even use it on its own. For example, if you see something really impressive or amazing, you can just say toll, great. Or you can use it as a part of a sentence like das ist so toll, meaning that is so great. The word groß by itself actually means tall or big. However, the word großartig can also mean great. You can even use both toll and groß by saying das ist toll, wirklich großartig, which means that is great, really great, or that is awesome, really awesome, to emphasize how amazing something is. Let's do some examples so you can learn how to use toll and groß correctly. Let's start with the sentence, das hast du toll gemacht, meaning you did a great job. This is something parents might say after watching their child participate in a school musical or play in a sports tournament. However, this is a casual expression and should not be used when speaking formal German. If you want to congratulate your coworker on a job well done, it would be better to use das haben Sie wirklich sehr gut gemacht, which means you really did that very well. Here's an easy one. If you went on a trip or to an event and someone asks you how it was, you can use the expression es war toll, it was great. Let's do one more. The expression na großartig is an ironic expression that literally means well, great. This is used when you make a mistake or knock something over and so on. An interesting tidbit is that the word toll originally meant crazy, but nobody uses it that way anymore. How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye, see you next time.
Hello, my name is Elisa. Welcome to 15 favorite words chosen by you. Let's start with the first favorite word. Bitte, please. Bitte, please. Kannst du mir bitte das holen? Can you please bring that to me? My mom tells me a lot. Please, Lisa, today do the laundry. Blume, flower. Blume, flower. That's one of my favorite words too. Meine Lieblingsblume sind Orchideen. My favorite flowers are orchids. Danke, thank you. Danke, dass du heute das für mich gemacht hast. Thank you for doing that today. Du, you. Kannst du heute mit mir einkaufen gehen? Can you go shopping with me today? Freund, friend. Ein guter Freund ist wie Familie. A good friend is like family. Geld, money. Geld macht nicht unbedingt glücklich. Money doesn't necessarily make you happy. Glücklich, happy. Ich versuche immer glücklich zu sein. I always try to be happy. Mich machen die kleinen Dinge glücklich. The little things in life make me happy. Liebe, love. Liebe, love. Ich finde, Liebe ist das Wichtigste zum Leben. I think love is the most important thing in life. Oh. Peinlich, embarrassing. Peinlich, embarrassing. Ich glaube, ich bin oft peinlich, aber es ist mir egal. I think a lot of times I'm embarrassing, but I actually don't care. Platz, place. Mein Lieblingsplatz ist in der Natur und draußen. My favorite place is in nature and being outside. Schadenfreude, malicious joy. Ich finde, ich habe viel Schadenfreude, was sehr gesund ist, finde ich. I think I have a lot of malicious joy, which I think is actually healthy. If you can just laugh at things or at everything and even yourself, that's one of the most important characteristics. Schlafen, sleep. Ich liebe schlafen. I love to sleep. Ich schlafe oft vor dem Fernseher ein. I fall asleep often while watching TV. Schön, beautiful. Ich liebe, wenn das Wetter schön ist und die Sonne scheint. I love it when the weather is beautiful and the sun is shining. Süßigkeiten, Candy. Einer meiner Lieblingssüßigkeiten sind Haribo Gummibärchen. One of my favorite candy is Haribo gummy bears. Haribo is actually from Bonn, where I'm born, and it means, well, the founder is called Hans Riegel, and it's Bonn. So it's Ha from Hans, Riegel, Ribo, Bonn. So Haribo. I think everybody who goes to Bonn or should visit the factory of Haribo, because that's where it's from. Natur, nature. Die Natur hat eine heilende Wirkung. Nature has a healing effect. Thank you for watching the top 15 favorite words chosen by you guys. Tell me what's your favorite word and leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos with me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye! Aww. Oh my god, can you cut that though?
No.
Yes!
No.
Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Hello everybody! Welcome to Top 15 Questions You Should Know for Conversations. My name is Elisa and let's get started. Magst du deutsches Essen? Do you like German food? Magst du deutsches Essen? Do you like German food? Eines meiner Lieblingsspeisen aus Deutschland sind Knödel. One of my favorite German foods is Knödel. It actually is made of potatoes. It's like a potato powder and you boil it in water. It's very German actually. It's called Knödel. Wann ist dein Geburtstag? When is your birthday? Wann ist dein Geburtstag? When is your birthday? Mein Geburtstag ist am 6. Januar. My birthday is on January 6th. It's actually another German holiday. So remember my birthday and send me birthday gifts. I'm joking. Warst du schon einmal in Deutschland? Have you been to Germany? Warst du schon einmal in Deutschland? Falls ihr schon mal in Deutschland wart, würde ich gerne eure Geschichten hören. If you've ever been to Germany, let me know your stories and leave it in the comments. Was hast du gesagt? What did you say? If you are learning German and you don't understand the German people when they're talking fast, it's yeah, you can say that, like, was hast du gesagt? What did you say? Was ist das? What's this? Was ist das? What's this? If you don't know a word in German, or if you see something that you haven't seen before, you usually say, was ist das? What's this? So, was ist das? Ja, das ist ein Fernseher. What's this? This is a TV. Oh my God, of course. Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Wie alt bist du? How old are you? Wie heißt du? Wie alt bist du? Yeah, what's your name? How old are you? And if you are trying to get to know someone, and that's a very common question. Wie geht es dir? How are you? Wie geht es dir? How are you? Heute geht es mir blendend. Today I am really great. Wie geht es dir is something that you kind of add to, like, hallo, wie geht es dir? Hello, how are you? Wie ist dein Name? What's your name? Wie ist dein Name? What's your name? Mein Name ist Alisa. My name is Elisa. So what's your name? Remember that one. And don't forget the name, you know. Wie lange lernst du schon Deutsch? How long have you been studying German? Wie lange lernst du schon Deutsch? How long have you been studying German? Ich würde gerne wissen, wie lange ihr schon Deutsch lernt. Yeah, I'm curious to know, how long have you been studying German? Leave me in the comments. Since I read them. Wie lautet deine Telefonnummer? What's your phone number? Wie lautet deine Telefonnummer? What's your phone number? I think it's important if you're in a country that you don't know and you're new, you're trying to connect, and so try to meet as much people as possible, get their phone numbers and meet them again. And so remember this question. Wo arbeitest du? Where do you work? Wo arbeitest du? Where do you work? You know, some people who go maybe for a year to Germany to learn the language, they have a side job that they're working on. That's a good way too to learn German, because every day you'll be speaking in German anyways. So, wo hast du Deutsch gelernt? Where did you learn German? Wo hast du Deutsch gelernt? Where did you learn German? Ja, ich würde gerne wissen, wo ihr Deutsch gelernt habt. Entweder in der Schule oder vielleicht bei einer Gastfamilie. Yeah, I'm curious to know, where did you learn German? Maybe at a language school, or maybe you went to Germany for a few months with a host family. I would love to know, of course, besides German pod. Where did you learn German? Wo kommst du her? Where are you from? Wo kommst du her? Where are you from? Ich würde gerne wissen, woher ihr kommt. Yeah, I would love to know where you are from. Wo lebst du? Where do you live? Wo lebst du? Where do you live? Ich würde gerne wissen, falls ihr schon mal Deutschland besucht habt, wo ihr da gelebt habt. I would love to know where you were living in Germany when you visited, or if you've been there for a while. Where did you live? Was ist deine Lieblingsstadt in Deutschland? What is your favorite city in Germany? Was ist deine Lieblingsstadt in Deutschland? What is your favorite city in Germany? I don't really have a favorite German city because I have a lot in Germany. Like, I couldn't say this is my favorite city. I think a lot are very pretty and special and very different. Thank you for watching the top 15 questions you should know for conversations. Leave in the comments your answers, and don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon. Bye! It's Elisa. Welcome to the top 10 phrases you always want to hear. Let's begin. Das Budget ist unbegrenzt. The budget is unlimited. This is like a dream for every woman, I think. Das Budget ist unbegrenzt. The budget is unlimited. Who doesn't want to hear that all the time? I would love to hear that because I love shopping. Du bist ein ausgezeichneter Koch. You are an excellent cook. Du bist ein ausgezeichneter Koch. You are an excellent cook. Or if it's a girl, you would say, du bist eine ausgezeichnete Köchin. We want to be equal, you know? I'm actually not a good cook, by the way. I try. Du siehst toll aus heute. You look great today. Du siehst toll aus heute. Dankeschön. You look great today. Thank you. Who doesn't love to hear that, especially on a Monday morning? Es wird einen Bonus am Ende des Monats geben. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. Es wird einen Bonus am Ende des Monats geben. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. What would you do if you've got a bonus at the end of this month? I actually wouldn't know. Maybe I'll go shopping, but then maybe I'll go on a vacation or something. That would be nice, vacation. I would go to like Fiji, to the Fiji Islands, and just be at the beach and in nature. I think that's what I would love to do. Gute Arbeit, you did a great job. Gute Arbeit, you did a great job. I'm sure you've been all doing a great job in learning German with me. And I hope you still keep learning with us. So if, gute Arbeit, Dankeschön, you did a great job, thank you. Ich habe dir etwas Besonderes mitgebracht. I brought you something special today. Ich habe dir etwas Besonderes mitgebracht. I brought you something special. Now that's a nice one as well. Who doesn't like presents? I think what is special to me is more of something that's thoughtful, you know, or a memory, or it's not about how big something is or how expensive. I think it's something that, if people bring you something special, it's usually something that they thought of, or maybe they made themselves. I love those kind of things. What is something special you've got as a present? Leave me in the comments and tell me. Ich vermisse dich. I miss you. Ich vermisse dich. I miss you. Who is somebody you miss, or what? Maybe a dog too. To all the dog lovers out there, leave in the comments. What kind of dog do you have? Mach eine Pause. Ich werde heute putzen. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Mach eine Pause. Ich werde heute putzen. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Oh, that is a really good one. That's actually a very special present. I think that's something you should do for the whole day. Just, be there and just clean the house for once. Sie hatten recht. You were right. Sie hatten recht. You were right. Yes, I love to hear that too. I actually think I'm always right, so... Oh my God. Und sie gewinnen. And you win. Und sie gewinnen, and you win. Have you won something? Maybe you play a sport or you're in a team, and I would be really interested to know what you do, or if you've even won something in a lottery or whatever, or you did some competition, anything, leave in the comments. What is your favorite compliment or phrase you've ever heard, or if you want to hear something, leave in the comments, and if you can, in German. Thank you for watching the 10 phrases you always want to hear, and please don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon. Bye. Cut.
Want to speak real German from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GermanPod101.com.
Hello and welcome, it's Henrik again with a new session of GermanPod101.com. What we will learn today is must-know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. Very important. You will have to agree and disagree often in your life. Sometimes hard to choose agreeing or disagreeing, but the way you can do this I'm going to teach you today. Let's move. Number 1. Ich bin ganz Ihrer Meinung. I couldn't agree more with you. Apparently a very strong expression for agreeing. In an argument, I don't know, it could be used at work or family, friends, for any group of people, you could use this. And there's a debate and you really strongly agree with one side, then you totally can go for this. Ich bin ganz Ihrer Meinung. I couldn't agree more with you. If you're not as certain, and here we come for number 2. Nun, ich bin nicht sicher. Well, I'm not sure. This is a way you kind of neither agree nor disagree. It's something in between. If you really don't know what's right, what's wrong, you could use this. It leaves it open, so yeah, even if people ask you something in German maybe and you're not sure how to answer because you maybe also didn't fully understand the question, go for ich bin nicht sicher, I'm not sure, then at least you don't make a wrong decision you might regret later, right? Number 3, easy one, natürlich, of course. So, for example, if I ask you, do you like learning German with German Pod 101? Your answer would be natürlich, of course. Number 4, ich denke schon, I guess so. I would agree, but I'm not 100% sure. It's you're leaning towards one side, but don't want to fully fall out of it, right? Ja, Sie haben recht. Yes, you're right. The way I imagine it, of course, is like if you're in a dispute maybe with somebody and then you want to admit, okay, he's right for a thing, but then also bring on your own arguments or points. You can say, yes, you're right with this. Ja, Sie haben recht. But, and then put your own point. As easy as that. On the other hand, Sie liegen falsch. You're wrong. That's like if you're really like arguing and want to say, no, what you say is just completely wrong. Try probably not to say it with this harsh German accent. Sie liegen falsch. That's bad. That's very aggressive. Say it more like nein, Sie liegen falsch. Try to say it carefully, then people don't misunderstand it and won't think you just want to fight. Vielleicht. Maybe. Yeah, that's a very vague answer for anything. It doesn't really help anybody if you say vielleicht. Hey, do you come to my birthday party tomorrow? Vielleicht. Oh, do you want to go shopping with me next week? Vielleicht. See, it's not like a very satisfying answer. Maybe it's sometimes a good option if you don't want to disappoint a person by disagreeing, but you also don't want to agree. So you just say, vielleicht. Call me, maybe. Ruf mich vielleicht an. Ich stimme nicht zu. Nein. I don't agree. No. That makes it really clear that you're really not agreeing. It's important to make your point clear. It's important to not only agree for the sake of agreeing. Sometimes you have different opinions and then it's important to stand up for yourself and say, hey, I don't agree. Ich stimme zu. I agree. Yeah, very easy, I agree. Whatever you agree on, you can say, hey, I agree, ich stimme zu, ich stimme zu. Nobody will complain about you agreeing. I agree, sometimes I talk too much here, see? I hope you disagree. Das ist wahr. That's true. Das ist wahr. Yeah, it's like, mom, even if you knew it before or not, but wow, that person has a point. So I hope I could help you with it in this lesson. I hope you had fun. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and then I see you next time. Ciao, ciao.
Hi, welcome to German Weekly Words. My name is Elisa, and this week's topic is studying a language. The first word is Adjektiv. Adjective, it's not easy to explain. In der deutschen Sprache ist der Adjektiv nicht schwer. Well, in the German language, the adjective is not it's not very hard to learn. The second word is lernen, study. Ich habe in der Schule nicht viel gelernt. At school, I didn't study that much. Even until today, I'm a very last-minute person. So before an exam, I actually studied the night before or something. Sprache is a language. We just use the word sprechen, which is the verb of Sprache. It's very different from the English words because sprechen means speak and language is Sprache. But it's easier, I think, in German to understand because it's coming from the verb sprechen. Ihr lernt gerade ein bisschen über die deutsche Sprache. You guys are learning a little bit about the German language, I hope. Wiederholen, repeat. Yeah, this is another interesting verb. Wieder means again and holen means to get it or to bring it. Ich wiederhole mich sehr, sehr oft. I actually repeat myself a lot. I sometimes say things over and over again and my friends are like, yeah, we just heard it. And I'm like, okay, sorry. Lehrstunde is lesson. Yeah, Lehr means to teach and Stunde means hour, a teaching hour. Ich hoffe, ihr habt Spaß bei dieser Lehrstunde. I hope you have fun at this lesson. Yes, and this was it. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Want to finally start speaking in your target language? In this guide, you'll discover the top 7 ways to practice speaking on your own with our lessons. Let's begin. Number 1, shadowing. Shadowing is a proven learning technique where all you do is repeat what you hear in order to practice speaking. So access any audio or video lesson on the site and press the play button to start. Then, as you listen or watch, just repeat the conversations. Or, even easier, read along out loud with the dialogue section. The script is right there in front of you. With our lessons, you can master entire conversations, just like that. Number 2, read out loud. I just mentioned it, but reading out loud is another powerful tactic and deserves its own mention. With every lesson, you get written transcripts and translations. So, as you play the lesson, read the dialogue out loud as you hear it. Why? By reading out loud, you're also practicing your speaking skills. You can do this with the lesson notes, the lesson transcript, or the dialogue tool. With the dialogue tool, you can listen to each line again and again, and repeat out loud until you master them all. Number 3, speed up your reading to speed up your speaking. Being able to speak without thinking is a sign of language mastery. If you're talking to a native and can respond quickly, they'll assume that you're fairly fluent. How can you do this? When you read out loud, try increasing your speed a little bit every time. So, start by reading with the dialogue tool. If you're like most learners, you'll read the first line slowly. That's because you're still getting used to the words, which is okay. Reread it. On your second try, you know most of the words, and you'll read a little faster. Reread it again. On your third try, you'll be even faster, at a native speaker's speed. And being able to read these phrases out loud and fast will help you speak fast. Number 4, record and compare yourself with native speakers. In order to sound like a native speaker, you must imitate native speakers. So here's how. Access the voice recorder, which is in the dialogue study tool in every lesson. Click on the microphone icon. Listen to the native speaker's audio, and then record yourself. You can then compare the 2 recordings side by side, and practice and try again and again until you perfect your pronunciation. Number 5, get feedback from our Premium Plus teacher. If you're learning by yourself and don't have access to real teachers, then you can always get feedback from our Premium Plus teachers. With the My Teacher tool, you can record yourself speaking and send the audio file to the teacher. They'll review it and tell you what to improve and how. That's it. Number 6, level up your speaking with Premium Plus assignments. With Premium Plus, you can also get assignments that cover reading, writing, listening, and even speaking from your teacher. These assignments can be tailored to your goals and needs. You get a new one every week, or anytime you're ready for a new one. Number 7, get even more lessons in the lesson library. If you want even more lessons on speaking and conversations, visit our lesson library and under Category, choose Conversation. You'll get all of the pathways and lessons that are focused on speaking. If you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share it with anyone who's trying to learn a language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. And if you're ready to finally learn language the fast, fun, and easy way, and start speaking from your very first lesson, get our complete learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account right now. Click the link in the description. I'll see you next time. Bye!